faculty, staff, friends, family, and fellow graduates. What a great honor for me it is to address everyone here today, who in some way contributed to this incredible 2-year journey. I think I speak for most of my classmates when I say, this summation is more than just proof. We have mastered challenging business concepts or acquired another fancy piece of paper to hang on our wall. It marks the end of what was perhaps the greatest excuse we ever had for missing pressing work and family obligations while gallivanting in drunken stupor in foreign countries for weeks on end. And for that, we will always be grateful to this program. I would like to first take a moment to thank our families, my wife Rachel, and all of our spouses who made great sacrifices in helping us to pursue this degree. They definitely deserve a round of applause. We have the distinct privilege to be graduating with a world-class degree from two of the greatest institutions of higher learning on the planet. Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Management has endowed us with its prestigious heritage and reputation, and exposed us to some of our generation's most brilliant business minds. And lest I forget, housed one of the most impressive snack rooms I have ever been privileged to visit, with what seemed like a limitless supply of chocolate bars and diet. Pretty fantastic. And Tel Aviv University, an institution that inhabits one of the greatest tech ecosystems in the world, which not surprisingly leads all Israeli universities for a number of patents filed. This city and university are a global powerhouse in technology, with a contagious spirit of innovation. It is without a doubt that Tel Aviv University has firmly positioned the Kellogg-Recanati program as the hub for all things related to venture and innovation management within the global Kellogg network. And also how appropriate it is for me that this ceremony is taking place here at Beta Tzutzot. Most of you might not be aware, but my first job as a brand new immigrant to Israel was here. As a young, ideologically driven newcomer, I could think of no greater place to work. I was started really as a tour guide and transitioned into the resource development department, and met families, tour groups, donors, social investors from all over the world, all while contributing to a cause I genuinely believed in. It was here that I first learned what it meant to lead, to manage, to work under great financial and time constraints, to adapt to a rapidly changing external environment. And even after pursuing an advanced degree in nonprofit management, perhaps most importantly, it was here also that I realized I needed to get out of traditional nonprofit work forever. It turns out that nonprofit is not just a catchy name. So despite my career shift, my ambition to positively impact the world remains strong. I just wanted to pursue positive social change in a way that could be more sustainable and, heaven forbid, profitable. It was this realization and the understanding of the business degree was the right step forward in achieving my career aspirations that brought me to the Kellogg-Recanati program. When I first considered applying to the program, I wasn't sure if I would even fit in. I was hesitant that coming from a background in nonprofit management, I can be perceived as a confused or out-of-place tree hugger. And upon being accepted after meeting my fellow classmates, I was delighted to learn that my hesitations were unfounded. We are a diverse collection of individuals that cohered into a group in the most exciting way. Represented here today are entrepreneurs, investors, crowdfunding gurus, those just before or after their exit, CFOs, Army and Air Force commanders, infrastructure builders, and true change makers. In so many ways, my remarkable classmates define this experience, and I will forever be grateful for that. I am certain that the most value I found in this degree was not learning about the 4 Ps, or the 5 forces, or 6 Sigma, or passing finance, and figuring out the optimal pricing strategies in today's highly informed and competitive global environment, which, if memory serves me correct, is always some variation of cost plus, right? It was undoubtedly the people, both faculty and colleagues, that I met along the way that made the journey so special. I arrived to Kellogg, well, not as the richest guy in the room. I was a starry-eyed ideologue who genuinely believed this move would be essential to my unambiguous drive towards wealth creation and positive social impact. And I'm proud to say that upon leaving, I'm still broke as a joke. Only now, thanks to the help of Ronnie Ofer, who I saw earlier, and also, of course, Elad in the private session, I possess the painful knowledge that I will be paying off high-interest student loans well into my 50s. But nevertheless, my aspiration to positively change the world through the private sector has only intensified. Over the course of these studies, I've grown to understand that only through the power of the free market, entrepreneurial drive, and disruptive innovation can our generation achieve the scale required to leave a smarter, healthier, and more environmentally sound world for our children. Last year, while addressing over 500 MBAs at the Kellogg School of Management, President Obama stated there's a reason why he came to a business school instead of a school of government. He went on to say that he believes business is the greatest force for prosperity and opportunity that the world had ever known. Now, foreign policy might not be his forte, but indeed, if you want to change the world in the 20th century, you had to go to law school. But in the 21st century, if you want to change the world, you go to business school. Steve Jobs, in his 2005 address at Stanford University's graduation, just a year after he had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, said something that really struck me. He said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become." This got me thinking more about why we all decided to come here. Very few MBA grads, and in particular executive MBA graduates, enter an intensive 2-year study program that disrupts our normal, fast-paced, high-pressured lives simply because we are driven by personal edification and intellectual curiosity. Most of us came here because we wanted to make a change of some kind. Perhaps we wanted to advance professionally in our current place of work. Perhaps we wanted a full-out career change. Perhaps we sought the confidence to go out on our own or start something new altogether. Whatever our motivation, we all came here because we wanted to make a change and chart a new course. This is not an easy mission, and it won't just happen because we officially completed the degree. In his first law of motion, often referred to as the law of inertia, Sir Isaac Newton, the 17th century physicist and mathematician, observed that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. The power of inertia is great. This remarkable force, together with unspoken fear, fear of a new challenge, fear of missing a mortgage or loan payment, fear to challenge the status quo, and the greatest fear of all, the fear of failure, can keep us in jobs and careers that are merely acceptable, in jobs and careers that we initially sought to change. So as we gear up to pursue the next chapter of our professional lives, let's take a minute to reflect on why we all came here in the first place. Let's make sure we go out and utilize our knowledge, skills, and impressive Kellogg network to combat the powerful force of inertia. May we go out and achieve our wildest ambitions, whether they be financial or social, or hopefully a combination of both. I wish everyone here the best of luck and continued success. Thank you.